Hey everybody, Wendy Devereaux here. Welcome to my channel. If you would like to see how I made this beautiful teal, gray, and silver piece, then please keep watching. So I've been wanting to do a large teal, silver, and gray canvas for quite some time now. I have quite a few items on my workbench. I'm not going to go through them right now, but I will leave a complete list of everything that I use in my description box below, and I will point it out as I'm using it. So yeah, you guys, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to be using a 24 by 30 inch canvas today. It's a Mont Marte. I get mine from a local Home Sense. You can get Mont Marte off of Amazon. I really like these canvases. They have a nice thick frame to them. And if you saw my last video, I had to do my striping effect twice because I didn't get full coverage. Partly, I think, because of the paints that I was using. But now I'm a little gun shy. So I'm going to put a base coat of craftsmart white on the whole canvas. And then that way, when I do my striping effect, if for some reason I'm not getting full coverage, it won't matter because I will have a base coat of white on here already. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a base coat of the white on my whole canvas here. Okay, and now I'm going to let that completely dry. Okay, so my canvas is 24 inches high. So I'm going to measure out the center. And I'm also going to tape off the center part. Okay, now I don't have to worry about maintaining the center portion of my canvas when I'm doing the different striping colors. I can just concentrate on my painting. And I'm going to do my teal first. Now, I've had this folkArt teal for quite some time. I don't know what kind of shape it's in. Teal metallic DecoArt. Sea Mist Pearl craftsmart. This is a really pretty color. And then my Daler Rowney white. It's a different white than I used on my base coat. I like this. It's nice and thick for my striping. So let's just see what this teal is like. So far, so good. Okay, and I'm going to put the teal metallic. It's been sitting on the shelf for a while. I didn't shake it up enough. Okay, and the Sea Mist Pearl. Okay, and my Daler Rowney white. If you're new to my channel, I put out a video not that long ago. I'll leave a link in my description box on this striping technique that I do. I've just got some tips and tricks over the years doing this. Yeah, I've got the same brush. I just washed it. It's an Eorta brand. I'll leave a link to these. These are, I love these brushes. I'm gonna load up my brush here. If you find you need a little bit more of a certain color, just add some more. I feel that I need more white in here. Okay, and then I'm going to remove my tape right away here. Okay, and now I'm going to let this completely dry and then tape it off and do the gray and white up top. Okay, so now we're going to do the gray, and I have Dove Gray folkArt. I have Graphite craftsmart and medium gray folkArt shiny brilliant. Okay, we're going to start with the medium gray shiny brilliant. Some of the graphite. The Dove Gray. And then my Daler Rowney white. Okay, the same brush. Load it up here. Okay, so my paint is all dry and I am loving the way this is looking. I'm going to use this new bling wrap. I got this from Amazon. I will leave a link in my description box below. And I'm going to frame my canvas out with this new bling wrap on the face and on the side. And I know you can't see it on the side right now. It's really hard for me to video that part. So I'm going to cut it out and I'm going to glue it on the side of my canvas, and then I'll bring you back and then we'll do the face of it. Okay, so I've framed out my side. And now I'm going to do the face. Okay, so I have my tacky glue. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to anchor down just in this corner here with some hot glue. Okay, and I'm not going to cut my bling wrap yet. I'm not going to cut it in strips. I will cut it as I get closer to the end. Okay, so I just have a little craft brush here. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue around the center of the piece that I'm going to be putting down right away, just to help anchor it down. I'm going to finish framing out the face of my canvas and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so my painting is all framed out in my bling wrap and I'm absolutely loving this bling wrap for a frame. So the next step in this little operation is to add my stencil before I do my crushed glass and glitter. So I have a rose stencil here. I got this from Amazon. I will leave a link in my description box below. I have some gloss super heavy gel. This is Artist Loft. I used Liquitex in my last couple of videos, but Artist Loft is a better deal. I got this from Michael's. I think I paid $20 for it. It's almost 17 ounces. I've got some of Laura's Art Corner bling here. They're silver crushed glass bits. I just have it in a little bowl here. It's just so, so pretty. And I have some of Laura's Art Corner silver Pazazz glitter. Just have it in a little shaker bottle here. And I've got one of my favorites. This is bright silver metallic craftsmart. I'm going to be mixing this in with my gel. So let's get started on this part. Now, what I want to do is I want to encase part of my flowers in my band of crushed glass and glitter. So I'm just going to be using a portion of this stencil and I want it to kind of come down a little bit like this. So I'm just going to position this on my canvas the way I want it. Okay, and I'm just going to tape off the part of the rose that I don't want. Okay, and then I'm just going to put some of my gel. Just going to stir it up a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to take my bright silver and mix it in with my gel. Now I'm using a fair amount of gel here because I want it to really have a lot of texture. And that would be personal preference, right? Okay, and I'm going to take some of the crushed glass bits. And some of the silver Pazazz glitter. Well, I'm going to remove my stencil here right away. Oh my goodness, that is going to be so pretty. Just a little bit of gel here that didn't get any glitter on it, so I'm just going to shake a little more on there. Okay, so I'm going to need to let this portion of my stencil completely dry, like the gel, I need to let it completely dry because I'm not going to be able to get close enough without the stencil ending up touching this, and then of course it's going to mess it up. So once this is all dry, I'll bring you back. Okay, so it's been about 4 hours and my heavy gel is pretty much dry in the thinner spots. There's a couple of thicker spots here that it's still a little bit spongy, but that's okay. I can continue on. Now for this particular stencil, I use the large rose with these leaves here. And now I'm going to use this rose here with these 2 leaves. And I want to get it as close as possible to these 2 leaves right here underneath. Right here, I can't get this to sit nice and flat with my canvas because of the gel on these leaves. So I'm going to do the flatter part first, and I'm going to come up here and then I'm going to hold this down. The less time that this sits up, the better. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not taking the stencil off and then adding the glass bits and the glitter, is because when I do it this way, I know that I'm going to get the glitter on the sides of my gel because it's lifted up, if that makes sense. Okay, let's hope that this one comes off clean because of that area right there. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I finished putting my stencil on and I'm absolutely loving this. And I added some of the leaves over here on the corner just to tie it all together. And before I put my band of crushed glass and glitter on, and I think I mentioned earlier on that I wanted to encase some of the flower in it, I need to contend with where my 2 paint colors meet inside this rose here. So what I'm going to do, I've got some teal glitter. This is Spin It brand from Michaels. And I'm going to take my TriArt liquid glass. I have it in a small little squeeze bottle here. And I'm just going to squeeze a bit in these spaces here. Now I'm not going to add it all inside here because I want my paint to poke through, but I am going to add enough where it looks like it was meant to be there, if that makes sense. It was meant to be there. I just didn't know how I was going to end up doing it. So now I'm just going to move it around here. I think I'm going to add a little bit to this leaf here, just so it looks like it fits in with the other that I'm doing. Just a little bit. Oh, this is a beautiful teal color. And you just know I need to add some up here in these leaves. Okay, so now what I want to do is tape off, because I want my band to be as straight as I possibly can get it. So I'm going to tape off where I'm going to put my crushed glass and glitter. And I'm just going to do a quick measure from this part of my tape down to here. And that's 7 1/8 of an inch. 7 1/8 of an inch. Let's bring that up a little bit. Seven 1/8 of an inch. And I'm just going to press that down. And then from here to there, it should be 7 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so the bling wrap for my frame has a gray undertone to the silver. So I'm going to be using some of Recollections extra fine silver glitter just to tie everything in. And I am going to use some of Laura's Art Corner glitter that I used in my stencil portion. And then my teal again. And then I have this chunky teal. I think I picked this up at Walmart quite some time ago, you guys. I just have it in a bottle here. I don't have the package anymore. I'm going to add a little bit of it. Now, I want to start down on this end because it's going to take me a little bit to maneuver around all these areas here. And I'm just going to take a small craft brush, a small paintbrush, and just push it up to my frame here, up to my tape. And I'm okay if it goes over the tape a little bit. I'm going to be pulling that tape off after I put on my crushed glass and glitter. It's just going to help me keep my band as straight as possible. So I'm going to take my clear crushed filler glass, Ashland brand from Michaels. I'm going to take a little spoon here and get in this little piece right here. I'm going to take some of Laura's glass bits here and add them in here. Oh, I love this stuff. You guys have to head over to Laura's Art Corner and get yourself some of these glass bits. They're absolutely gorgeous. I'll leave my discount code in my description box for 10% off. Some of you are saying you're having a hard time with that, but I go in there just to double check, and it works for me. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll ask Laura to reset it. Down at the bottom here, this is what I had brushed off from my flowers from my stencil. I'm going to take the chunky. I'm not going to add a lot of the chunky. I was trying to find some medium-sized chunky. This one kind of has some stars in it, and I'm not crazy about that, but I do want a chunky glitter in here. It's coming out, isn't coming out even here, so I'm going to use a little spoon. And I'm going to take some teal. And my silver Recollections. And I'm going to take some of Laura's silver again. I'm leaving some of the liquid glass because I want to come back in with the teal. It's not quite completely covered here. Okay, and then I'm going to finish up with the teal again. Now I'm going to remove my tape right away. There, now that has given me a really nice straight band. So once this is all dry, I will bring you back and we'll brush it off. Okay, so this is all dry and I'm going to brush it off, but I think what I'm going to do is first just brush onto my canvas here and then pick up, and then there's not a whole bunch. Okay, everybody, here's the finished look. This is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness, I love this. It is so pretty. I love this bling wrap for the frame with the band of crushed glass and glitter going straight across. Look how pretty that is. And the gloss gel, oh, you guys, if you haven't used it, you have to get some and try it out. You will have so much fun with it. And it works great with stencils. Like, I do not draw, so this works perfectly for me. If I want to do flowers or butterflies, any kind of a stencil. Those glass bits are so sparkly. Now this is a green teal, not a blue teal. It's just the way my camera is hitting it. See, and when I step back, same thing happened to me with my last video. My brown looked gray. This is so easy to do, you guys. Like, if you really like this, I don't want you to feel intimidated. I don't want anyone to shy away from it thinking that it's difficult, because it's really not. And it's such a beautiful piece. So yeah, you guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. It feeds the algorithm. And it lets me know that you like this type of a video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that little notification bell. And you will be notified when I upload all my future videos. And as always, you guys, I so appreciate you taking the time to watch. And God bless.